a top priority. Right here yesterday, you heard from experts about the best approaches.
Well, today I introduce you to a local mother who found a need for Spanish playgroups, so she curated one, and now it's turned into something so much bigger.
I started in the parks as a playgroup. That was just the idea, just being a simple playgroup. And then people start asking for more. Let's do events. Let's do this. Let's do that. It blew my mind really to see all these families needing for this space.
Geovanna Soberon has always been involved in the community, but she wanted that community to be more reflective of her culture, heritage, tradition, and language as she raised her two young children.
We started facing some challenges. I started realizing it's not enough to just speak to him in Spanish. So I wanted him to be fluent in Spanish, but not only just that, I wanted him to appreciate our culture, appreciate the fact that he's bilingual. So I say, like, how we're going to help our son to do that.
In June, Groupito was born. The term translates to little group in Spanish. El Groupito meets weekly with events and activities to help foster the Spanish language.
For Mother's Day, there are so many events for mothers in English, but then we create one for Father's Day, El Día del Padre. That was actually our first event, El Día del Padre. And so if we don't find them, we create them. It's not easy. It takes a lot of organization.
As Gio's 3-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter are learning, so is her husband, Gary, who is of Italian and Polish descent.
He'll speak English to me and then immediately turn to my wife and speak Spanish. And so she'll speak Spanish to him. I'll speak English to him, and it's happening like rapid fire back and forth. So it's very interesting.
When you feel afraid.
Last weekend, the group hosted a bilingual storytelling event with tremendous turnout.
It's a great exposure for her to get, to be around bilingual kids, especially in the world where she's just like surrounded by the English language.
Sarah Morrison hopes to raise her 3-year-old daughter, Lily, the way she was.
She likes to speak Spanish.
And the parents and children attend a monthly Spanish nature walk in Broward Parks called Niños en la Naturaleza. It's not just knowing the language that's important for these families, but being proud of it.
My grandfather used to tell me, like, hey, how come we don't speak Italian or Polish? And he's like, well, during that time, and his father would say, you got to assimilate, otherwise you can't work, you can't live, like you can't put food on the table. So having a foreign language is not a desirable thing, where today it is.
The big picture of Groupito is to celebrate bilingualism in all languages, not just in Spanish and English.
And I was able to take my son this past weekend to the event, and it was so nice. And Gio says she has actually been approached from moms all across the country who are interested in starting their own Groupito in their respective cities. Gio says these groups aren't just important for the kids, but the parents.
Sure.
We have to chismear in the model language as well, in the language we want them to speak.
It's about building your village and having that support. We talk about it all the time. So
Yeah.
it's so great that we have that as a resource, and the kids love it.
Yep. Thanks for being with us.